If you're just joining us, I'm just letting you guys know that we will be starting in just a couple minutes. We're going to wait just to see if anyone else is going to join. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to our June webinar, Mastering Escapia Guest Guides. My name is Nicholas, and I'll be hosting the webinar today, and I have Kat here to assist me. If you have any questions during the session, please use the Q&A icon at the bottom of your Zoom window. Kat will be monitoring it so that we can answer any questions you have. During breaks in the slideshow, we will address any good questions that we think the group needs to know and share them with you along with our responses. This is our agenda for the slideshow today and our webinar. First, we'll address where to find guest guides. We'll go through some templates, the customization options, looking at the guest experience, and look at a few frequently asked questions as well. First up, what are the guest guides? Escapia Guest Guides are a modernized, mobile-friendly welcome book that enables property managers to create, customize, and share unit-specific stay information, local recommendations, and branded content with guests. Integrated directly into Escapia, this built-in solution eliminates the need for outdated tools like Glad Hospitality or costly third-party platforms. Guests can access their personalized, branded experience via a mobile-optimized site, no app required, or via an offline PDF. Why use guest guides? What is the customer benefit? Guest guides are a modern, cost-effective solution that eliminates the reliance on outdated or expensive integration, such as Glad, TouchStay, or Duve. It is a streamlined setup which offers out-of-the-box templates with pre-built categories, subcategories, and merge tags, which reduce setup effort needed from our property managers. Company branding. Our customizable logos and background display allow property managers to deliver a professional experience that reflects their company's identity, builds trust, and encourages rebooking. Effortless guest access. Guests can view their personalized guide instantly on any mobile device. No app download is required. For remote destinations with limited connectivity, The guest can also download an offline PDF copy in advance to access during their stay. Key features of guest guides. Guest guides are customizable digital guides tailor-made for guests that are accessible via a unique URL and via PDF. They deliver structured information such as arrival and departure instructions, access codes, Wi-Fi information, property-specific amenities, and local recommendations. Each guide is tailored to a reservation and can be shared automatically via the Communications Hub, traditional correspondence, or manually via a direct URL link. Before we start the next topic, we'll pause momentarily to see if we have any questions that we feel would be beneficial for the entire group to hear and have answered. I'll check in with Kat on this. Looks like we don't have any questions yet, so we will continue. We're going to watch a short video on where to find guest guides within Escapia. To access guest guides, navigate to Communications and then Guest Guides. Once in Guest Guides, you will see Guide Templates and Customize as our two tabs at the top. Under the Guide Templates tab, you will be able to find all existing templates for your account and the status of each template, as well as the option to expand your categories, subcategories, and in this section, you also have the option to delete or add categories and subcategories. Under the Customize tab, you will have the option to customize your guest guides by adding a company logo and a background photo for your guest guides login page. In this section, you can also impersonate a guest to take a look at your guest guide login page and even enter a confirmation code and arrival date to view an entire guest guide. Next, we'll take a look at guide templates. In the guide templates section, you'll be able to add a category. You will see two available actions where you can delete a category, subcategory, or template, or add a subcategory. To the right of this, you will also be able to find the expand retract icon to see all available subcategories and templates existing for a specific category. Lastly, under status, you will be able to see if a template is enabled. When you go to the guest guide section in Escapia for the first time, you will see that there are some default categories, which we have noted here, that are already in place to help you get started. These standard categories were previously used in GLAD. Guest guides are organized like a digital table of contents. We have the subcategories and the templates as well. The template section is where the actual content is tied to specific units, and customizable templates are housed underneath each subcategory. This is what a guest guide template looks like once it's opened. It will have the template name, content, applicable units, and platform, where you determine if the template is only intended for the guest site or the guest PDF. It also has the phase of stay that allows you to select the phase of stay during which this template should be visible to a guest. We'll watch a demo video on how to create a template on the next slide. On this photo screenshot, You can see what the PDF the guest receives would look like. That popped up right here. These tags would then be replaced with the information from the guest's individual booking. And here's a quick video to summarize the actions available in the guide template section, and we will cover the guest view in a couple of slides. Again, we're going to communications and then guest guides. Once it loads, using the guide templates tab, we can click on add category, enter in the category name. We can then click the plus sign to add a subcategory, again entering the desired name. And then we can click on add new template to add a brand new template. Again, clicking on the collapse button. We can also delete the entire category if we need to. Again, here you can see that that template was enabled, and this is how you toggle a template on and off, clicking save at the bottom. To preview the PDF, click the Preview PDF button, select a unit you'd like to preview the PDF for. It will then appear in your computer's downloads for you to open and kind of take a look at what it looks like for your guests. Again, since this is a preview, it will not pull in any booking specific or unit, or excuse me, just booking specific information, but it should show you all the unit specific information that you have entered into your templates. When you're ready to create a new template, select the category and subcategory the new template is going to be associated with and click on the plus icon to create a new template. If you need to modify an existing template, simply hover over the template name and then click on the pencil icon to open the template and make the necessary changes. For template name, in this section, you can enter the name for your template. It should be a name that is easy to recognize and associate to a specific category and subcategory. Then, in the template content section, use the bracket icon here. This is our tag button, and this allows you to add merge tags for Wi-Fi, access codes, addresses, booking data, and other relevant information. In the units section, this allows you to apply templates to specific units or even unit groups. Platform allows you to determine if the template is intended for the guest site or guest PDF or both. And phase of stay allows you to decide if the template or when the guest should have access to the information before the arrival, during their stay, and after their departure. The last step in the process of editing a template is to remember to click Save at the bottom. You can also upload photos or link to external content like Google Maps, YouTube, your own website, or any other links which may be beneficial for your guests. This is what the guest will see in the PDF version on the left and the guest guide online on the right. We will have a specific slide for the guest experience later in the presentation. Template defaults. By default, all templates apply to all units, all phases of stay, and to both the PDF and the site. The one exception to this is the cover page template, which will only apply to the PDF by default. We do offer lock code tags as well. With the launch of guest guides, all templates will support the following lock code tags. Dynamic, the tag smart lock code will pull either Kaba or any other lock code provider code. We also have our static tags, key code, lockbox code, and other code. These can be entered and found under the unit's management details section of the unit editor. This shows you where to find that. If you go to Units, and open up a unit in Escapia, on the left-hand side, you will select Management Details. And once that section loads, you want to go down to the code section, and this is where you can enter the information to pull with those static tags. Okay, and here we are going to go again to Communications and Guest Guides. We're going to add another category. Add a subcategory underneath it or within it. And then add a new template. Here we name the template, and we're also going to look at adding a couple tags. Here we've selected the number of nights, as well as the number of adults. Just to show you, clicking the photo icon will allow you to upload a photo from your desktop or from your computer, anywhere. Here we can select either all or manually select just a few units to apply this template to. We can choose to have it only available to the PDF or to both. And we can also limit access before arrival and after departure. Again, always remembering to save. Here we show you how to toggle on the template so it is enabled. Remembering to click save once again. And also how to edit a category name. Clicking on the 6 stacked dots allows you to reorder the categories. And if you want to delete, the system will ask you if you would like to delete and make you confirm that you want to do so. All right. It looks like we have no additional questions to share with the group. So we will keep on going along to our next topic of guest guides customize. To customize the guest portal appearance, under guest guides, you click on the Customize tab, and this is where you can upload your logo and also upload a background photo for the login screen. You can also copy your agency's unique guest guide URL for sharing, or click to log into guest guides to see it from a guest's point of view. One of the most important features in this section is that you can preview the guest site to see exactly what the guest would see when they open the guide. Once you are in the Customize tab in the Guest Guides, you can click on Open Guest Guide Experience. This will direct you to the login page, seen here, where you will need to use an actual confirmation code and arrival date to access it. Within a reservation on the Reservation tab, this is where you can find the confirmation code in the top right corner underneath the reservation number. Once you've entered a confirmation code and a check-in date, you can sign in. There, you'll be able to find unit photos, the unit description, a live link to the unit address, check-in date and time, and all the different existing categories for your guest guide so the guest can review them. Here you can see we're just taking a look at a few different categories to see how they would appear to the guest. Guests also have the ability to generate a PDF file to see their guide and download it to their device, either their computer or their mobile device, if they would like to, and save it for later viewing. And this is how you can see how the PDF would appear to your guest once it has been downloaded. If you go back to the guest guide templates section, you can preview your guide PDF by clicking the preview PDF option on the right, selecting the specific unit, and then the PDF will download directly to your PC or to your phone and will show the structure and the layout, but will use placeholder text since there is no direct specific reservation that it is pulling information from. The PDF can be very beneficial for guests who may not want to be on the site or for information you may want to print out and leave available in the unit. Additionally, we have found that it can be very helpful for remote locations where Wi-Fi or perhaps cell signal is not very strong, and it allows your guests to still access this information. All right. It doesn't look like we have any additional questions to share with the group, so we will move on to the guest experience. When it comes to sharing a guest guide with guests, the URL for access can be shared multiple ways in Escapia. In the Communications Hub templates, add the tag icon called Guest Site Access to any of your email or SMS templates. This tag will generate the arrival date, confirmation code, and URL for the guest to log in. In correspondence templates, in this section down here in the lower right, you can open up any of your templates, go to the HTML Edit Template tab, And then you can use the link tag, or excuse me, link button to add a tag, or excuse me, to add the URL to the template. Guests do need to have their check-in date and confirmation code available to them. So if you are sending this out using traditional correspondence, we recommend also using correspondence tags booking underscore check-in date and reservation underscore confirmation number. Again, this is how you get your specific URL to share. This quick video is going to show how to access the customization tab and impersonate a guest experience. Again, we go to the Customize tab, open Guest Guide Experience, add a confirmation code, select a check-in date, and sign in. And this shows the reservation information atop the photos of the unit and allows you to click into each category once again to see the information available, just as your guests would when using the guest guides. Here are some frequently asked questions regarding guest guides. What unit photos are displayed in the guest guide site? All unit photos are shared, and there is no way to omit specific photos. In the PDF, the tag primary unit photo was added to pull the first exterior photo. There is not a way to pull any other additional photos, just the one. So if you would like to use a different photo, you can set a new photo as the first exterior photo in the unit editor. Which merge tags exist for lock codes? Again, we have our dynamic code, smart lock code, which pulls Kaba or any other lock code provider code, and then also our static codes, key code, lockbox code, and other code, which are entered into the unit's management details section of the unit editor. Do videos work in the guest guides? Videos will not display, but you can share a URL, which will take the guest to the video. What is the URL to the site? Specific URLs for each Escapia client follow this format of guests.escapia.com/login ? Property underscore manager underscore ID equals, and where you see the 4 X's here, you would input your 4-digit Escapia ID. You can also access this again by going to Communications, Guest Guides, Customize, and then Open Guest Guide Experience. How to send the PDF guide to guests. There is no way to automate the sending of the PDF, but you can manually send it from a conversation with the guest in the Comms Hub by using the paperclip icon. And guests can download a PDF, excuse me, directly within the guest site. You can, however, automate sending SMS or email messages to guests, which share the link, their check-in date, and their confirmation code. If you have any additional questions regarding guest guides, as always, please feel free to contact Escapia support. You can access our support team by calling, emailing us, or submitting a case online. When calling or emailing us, we do appreciate if you have your 4-digit account number handy. Your account is open and ready to use if you're calling us, and also having important information about dates, dollar amounts, guest names, report names, etc. We would also love to have your feedback about guest guides. To do so, in the top corner of Escapia, you can click on the circle with the outline of the person in it, and then click on Submit Feedback and submit the form.
Okay, I am going to interject here for just a second because we're almost at the end of the training. There was a question that I just want to clarify from the chat here. So someone was asking about if a new template has to be created in order to send the guest guides? The answer is no. You can update any of your already existing templates, whether that be in the correspondence templates or in the communication hub templates. And that applies to both email or SMS. You can take any of your already existing ones and just update and include any of the necessary tags. So for communication hubs, it's just going to be that guest portal link tag that will include all needed information, including the reservation confirmation number, the check-in date, and then the link, which is what a guest needs to log in. Then if you are still using the regular, the older correspondence, you will need to manually input that link to your portal. And then we have suggested tags that you include, such as reservation confirmation number and check-in date. And at the end of the training, we do, or the end of our webinars, we do send a feedback or an email regarding articles, how to contact support, things like that. And in that email, in those articles, we do have the very specific tags to use and how we recommend you set those up included in there. So you have that to also reference after this. And of course, you also get the recording of the webinar as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kat. You will also receive a webinar survey that looks kind of like this. Feel free to share your feedback with us. And thank you so much for attending this webinar on guest guides. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.